And hello there.
Hola, amigo.
Hey. It's our good friend Shoulders back again. It's kind of like a win streak in a way. We started going here.
Right.
But, let me announce what the show's called first, in case people don't know what it is.
If they don't know by now, then they're in the wrong podcast.
But welcome back to Stay Tuned Sports. A lot of news this past week, and actually last Thursday it happened with obviously the draft. I know Shoulders wasn't too happy with one receiver, and you know what? I'm glad we didn't pick him because of a video that popped out. And I don't know if you saw about with him and Pete Carroll
With the shirt taken off?
Yeah, I'm glad.
That's hilarious.
It's freaking stupid.
It wasn't stupid. He was walking around shirtless because he's chiseled, and Carroll pulled it out. It was hilarious.
No, it shows that he's the next T.O. That's what it is.
Right.
It's all about
So
him.
if we get him in the beginning years, before he goes nuts, think about that. If we get him to the 6 to 8 years before he's doing sit-ups and goes to his new team, then we're all right.
I don't think he needs to do any more sit-ups.
He must use the ab lounger.
So how's your week been, bud?
Not bad. Hope all our fans out there are doing well. We got a lot going on with the hockey and the basketball, senor.
Yeah. For people that were writing off the 76ers,
And then, of course, my goofball jerk, Hill, who had to call him 9 the one.
Well, that's not how it all started, though. But we'll get into that.
I didn't want to talk about the bum, but we're gonna to clarify because it is what it is. But how about the 76ers?
Yeah. Well, last night was the game,
right? And Embiid was a monster.
And I saw the one clip of Jimmy Butler. I guess earlier in the game he was yelling at Embiid about not shooting the ball.
Right.
And it was maybe like third or fourth quarter. Shot a three-pointer and swish, and Jimmy looked right at him and was like, that's why he shoot the ball. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm surprised. I wasn't a huge Jimmy Butler fan, but he's stepping up as a leader. I can't...
Yeah.
He's playing, he's running the offense, and I watched most of that game last night, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It was,
do you remember what the final score was? Because
I don't. They won by at least 12, I want to say.
Yeah, because when I saw it was like 9 minutes left in the fourth period, I think it was. Right. They were up like 20 or so. But
no, it got closer than that. And then there was a very questionable call at the end. They gave him the flagrant, but
which call was it?
A friend of Embiid, after he blocked him, fell to the ground and purposely sticked his leg up and tripped Embiid harder.
Okay, what about I saw a video of Ben Simmons supposedly elbowing Kyle, what's the name? Lowry in the groin. Did you see that?
Mike Lowry from Bad Boys.
Did you see that clip or no?
No.
You know what?
I'll kill that mojo?
I'll post it on Facebook.
There's one 1695.
Okay. I'll post it on Facebook later. I mean, to me, what it was, Lowry.
Like Mike Lowry from Bad Boys. Then we just go over
Lowry. Was standing over him, and Simmons' elbow was between his legs, and he was trying to roll to get up.
I bet it was between his legs.
And to me, it grazed more his inner thigh than the actual groin. And
well, breaking news is he did get fined $20,000
for that
and assessed a flagrant foul.
Ben Simmons?
Yes.
I don't think so. Like
I'm telling you.
While you're waiting,
or you think it shouldn't have been a foul? You mean? Or
I don't think it should have been a fine.
Right. Well, the league just came out and did it. So
yeah.
I mean,
because it looked like from the front angle, maybe from the back angle, it just looked like he was. What's your facial expressions for?
Wow, that's pretty funny. He well, to his credit, he was getting sat on. His head was getting sat on.
Yes.
So he went to push him off,
See, I didn't see it that way.
What the hell are you watching?
I saw him kind of rolling away to get up.
Here, I'm going to let him look at this for a minute. So, yeah, like 76ers are doing well, and, just watch it through there, Jimbo. We're going to kill some time here.
All right, that was a better angle.
Did you see the slow-mo part? Wait.
But see right there, the backhand was like, eh. But that first angle was like, bam! Tough acting.
But it's funny, listen, that looks less flagrant to me.
Yeah.
But if you looked at the trip, which was, to me, a lot worse. I mean,
I know.
And I know they were friends, so he didn't get heated. Like, they're supposed to be good friends, and I get the competition.
Yeah. But
that was a hard fall he took. Like, it wasn't, in my opinion, like, I was dangerous. I don't know.
I know, looking on Twitter and Facebook, a lot of people were complaining about the officiating throughout this whole playoff.
Yeah, because, eventually 5 shows ago when I said how it's one of the purer sports with no reffing problems, Jeebus up there said, "Oh, really?
Hold my beer." And then did a Thanos and changed everything.
Yeah, what are you going to do,
But, I mean, it still is a good series, though, going on with the Sixers and the Raptors.
That's definitely a good series, yeah. I agree.
A lot of people had the Raptors
destroying them,
sweeping them and everything. Here it's 2-1, I think, the Sixers.
Right.
So, definitely entertaining. I actually did want to tune in last night to watch it, but
I
had my show yesterday. Plus, I wrote another article for Belly Up Sports previewing the UFC fights tomorrow night.
Right.
Which I will be live tweeting. I think it's like 10 o'clock. Should be some good fights. So, I mean, if you're here, I'm looking at the trip here.
Yeah, I mean, you could watch it real quick, but it's weird. I will say, we're getting off topic, but seeing Leonard play basketball and not do his funny laugh. It's funny that I know Kawhi Leonard or whatever.
Oh, that's a 15-yard penalty in the NFL.
I mean, I don't know how he could say he did not mean to trip him.
Yeah, I mean, if he would have kept his leg down.
Right, no, he purposely
picked it up. Yeah.
I think that was more flagrant, in my opinion, than,
Ben Simmons.
And we apologize, because eventually we're going to have our website up, and I'm going to start posting these videos and anything we talk about. But it's just, it's funny. To me, anyway, I don't know.
Yeah. So that's a little basketball talk there.
But it's funny. Did you ever see the clip about, it's been old now, but the Kawhi Leonard when he was getting interviewed and how he laughed?
The Steve Urkel laugh or whatever?
It wasn't Steve Urkel. It's funny. I just think in honor, I think we should play because it's hilarious.
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
I want that as my ringtone. I mean, I can't get over it. Like, to me, it's the best clip I've ever heard. One more time.
Tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel.
I mean, I don't even know where you're sitting.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Oh, that makes me happy. Sorry, folks. I'm going to listen to the show again just to hear him over and over again. But I can't stop looking at him, and that's all I picture.
Yeah.
It's funny, and he's a good ball player, but
yeah,
I just can't get over that. It makes me smile, and I mean this in a good way. I'm not, no disrespect. That was just the funniest clip I've seen in a long time. So
now I guess we should kind of apologize to some of the other NBA fans as far as their other teams. Are you okay there?
When things just don't go your way.
Shoulders almost just elbowed right through our table and everything.
I didn't mean it. Don't call flagrant on me.
You'll get a phone call from the league on Monday. But between hockey, we're bigger hockey fans than.
I hope it's not the Knicks owner. You might blackball.
You want to watch the game in person? Well, tough shit.
No, nobody wants to watch your games, you fool.
Ever since then, you don't hear the Knicks at all anymore now. Even Carmelo Anthony was like, I don't know if I want to go back to them.
Right. Well, there's apparently a big acquisition that said he wants to go.
Oh yeah.
To yeah. So
Do you think he's overrated, Carmelo, or would you?
I don't think he's overrated. I just don't think he's had a full team around like everybody else. He's getting older now too. We forget he came into the league a long time ago.
Was he right around or with LeBron, or was he before? Because I mean, I thought he was right around.
I think he was a little before.
Yeah. Wow. I mean,
they had the Syracuse McNamara run, and after the title, he went in.
Yeah, that's right.
So he was part of the Cuse team that was with McNamara.
Yeah. Was that the team that McNabb was on? I'm not getting you started on McNabb. I just had to take that little dig.
He was on the Syracuse Orange, but they don't even say that he was on the team.
He's been stricken from all records.
They changed his name to McPab.
McMuffin, because he looks like a muffin.
McLovin.
So moving on, came out, I think it was yesterday, about the original investor for the Alpha League. I'm going to keep that going until it's completely dead. But when they first found out about the investor backing out, that was all we heard about. And now it's coming out that the IRS said, come here, we want to talk to you a little bit.
Yeah, it's more than the IRS just wanting to talk to him. I mean, no shit.
So
I mean, if you're going to start a league, I guess you got to find normal people.
Yeah. So Reggie Fowler was arrested for bank fraud, and this is why I knew this league was going to fail. Operating with a unlicensed money transmitting business. If you're Bill Polian and the Alliance League, aren't you, before you sign anything or bring anybody in?
Oh, you don't know how this league starts?
No, how?
We go to Buffalo Wild Wings. We get some wings and a beer, and we're talking. We're like, we should start a football league, bro. Well, I got some money I just came into, and I haven't paid any taxes on it.
Yeah. and
then we touch Buffalo Wings, and
it's a match made
next
in
thing
heaven.
you know, half of us created.
Sure, it wasn't like a bowl of spaghetti like the Disney movie Tramp and the Beetle or whatever.
You're a tramp, all right. Lady and the Tramp, get it right.
Yeah.
Did you say the Beetle?
I don't know.
What the hell is wrong with you? Jeez, I cannot take this guy serious, folks. Lady and the Beetle, that sounds familiar. Or are you thinking of Beetlejuice?
I was thinking of Beetlejuice.
Right, yeah, I just saved you, you clown.
But yeah, so he put $25 million up for the league to get it going. And right around
it's
Christmas,
easy to do and it's tax free.
Yeah. And right around Christmas, he started taking withdrawals from his, I guess, overseas accounts. It says
in the Cayman Islands.
Exactly. And then right around Christmas, that's when they froze all of his accounts, which makes sense now because that's right around the time they started having issues. And the article that I pulled this from, it was a Sports Illustrated article. Some of the stories, because they actually had some of the players' stories of after it started folding. One guy for the Arizona Hotspots called a friend of his from the Memphis Express, asked if he's okay, and said this is like the Fry Festival. Another story, there was families jamming cribs into hotel rooms just to have somewhere to live.
Right.
Players that were hurt, no health insurance.
Right.
You know, like...
Well, hopefully, if the players get together and they do a lawsuit, I mean,
I did
go
see,
after it.
I did see a couple of weeks ago that there was 2 players filing a...
It's a contract. It has to be honored. I don't see how it's not.
I forget exactly what they called it, but I mean, obviously they have a leg to stand on.
I know where they can go and get a loan. The money's just frozen right now.
About 5 to 10 years.
It's funny is unlicensed money transmitting business. All I could think of is Rocky Balboa. You want 3 from Steve and 5 from Neil? Nah, Rock, get it together. When I tell you to break his thumb, you break his thumb.
And
is that the kind of illegal money? Was he a loan shark or what?
The funnier part, he was a minority owner for the Minnesota Vikings, so he knows how the business part of it goes. You need a license to do this.
Right.
Why the hell would you not get one?
Well, it costs $10. I ain't giving you $10. Get out of here.
So, yeah, he's definitely going to be...
Take her to the zoo, Rock.
Definitely going to be sitting next to Bubba.
Yeah. Nah, it's a white-collar crime. Yeah.
Oh, he'll
slap
be
on the wrist. He goes to the FBI.
Yeah.
You know,
he'll be at the golf club, country club. Yeah.
He's got to wear a jumpsuit. It's the only difference.
Yeah. So, just wanted to bring that up. Oh, and the other quote that I guess not necessarily the investors, because there's no more investors there, but like the Bill Polians, whoever's still involved with the alliance, told all their creditors, stop filing for the claims. We have no money. They owe $4.5 million to creditors, and there's nothing.
Right.
Which, I mean, I've had bad credit.
Have you?
Well, until I went to creditkarma.com. Go over there for free taxes.
Yeah. But I ain't giving them shit till they raise my credit score.
But how does that work? I mean, there has to be someone that put their name down to, in case this happens. I mean, someone has to pay this bill.
I do know with business if he did it through a corporation, like becoming incorporated,
Okay.
his personal assets are safe. It's some kind of weird thing, like an
It's like
LLC.
a loophole?
It is, because when I had my restaurant, I did it not knowing what it truly meant, but because I was told it protects me.
Okay.
So you can go after the business for money all you want, but you can't come to my personal stuff. Like you can't take my home, my car.
Makes sense now, because when my dad bought the bar, he signed everything into his name, business-wise. That way my mom had the house,
Right.
so they couldn't do something like that.
All he had to do
Sounds
was
the same.
incorporate LLC. It's actually pretty. I think it's like $300,
Yeah.
and you do in a corporation, and then your personal assets are saved.
Yeah.
So
wonder
I mean,
if
it sucks for all these players. It's tough. I mean, at the same time, do you kind of think, well, you took a risk with a new league, you got a chance? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the fair thing would be there. I don't.
Well, I mean, if Vince McMahon wants to kind of build up his thing, he should swoop in and...
You know, I heard a wise man once say that. I just couldn't remember who said that.
Oh, it was Juan.
It was.
I wonder how he's doing. Maybe we'll give him a call later on.
Yeah, sure.
So moving on, because we don't want to call Juan just yet, because not a wise man. Last week, someone defended Tyrik Hill with the situation that was going on at the time.
I didn't defend him. I defended the process. Again, God kicked me in the junk and said, "Oh, guess what's gonna break in 15 minutes after you record the show?"
And that's pretty much what happened too.
Right.
So
He's a total bum. I told you I had no personal ties.
Yeah.
My point was, all right, so the NFL comes out and says that off the breaking story I read, and then 20 minutes later they recant it with, now there's an investigation. And I'm the one with egg on my face?
well,
I think it's the goddamn league.
I mean, you know why there's a new investigation?
Right,
Audio
yeah.
got released.
Right, I know the audio. So
That's the reason why it got reopened.
Okay, do you think if you're the NFL, your investigation would a little bit better?
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of the Ray Rice thing before the video came out.
Right.
Just drug it on. Cam Newton with the Uber driver went 2 years for investigating until they finally did something. You know, yeah, I definitely do agree. There's got to be a better process.
You know, I mean, we're getting fed what we're getting fed. All I was saying is that I believe everybody with the due process.
Yeah.
This piece of shit needs to fry.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I told you, I now I dislike him.
Yeah.
Now my bias is against him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm all about fair due process in this world, but you know, after hearing what we heard, and you heard the clip, I heard the clip, I'm sure the world has heard the clip by now. I mean, there's no excuse.
To give a little backstory to it, so there was child abuse allegations, got closed, got reopened last Thursday because audio came out, and
which was released by his so-called wife, fiance, or whatever she is.
But she didn't do it.
She's the prize of the pudding.
No.
It's all over that she released.
She recorded it, but she gave it to a friend and told the friend, if this basically doesn't go the right way, release this. Why wouldn't you give that clip?
You really think that's how that went? Not, hey Tyrik, you're gonna give me this, and this, or I'm releasing it.
Well, listen, I mean, I did see supposedly text messages out there between those two,
right?
But nothing, from Albert Breer or like to confirm it.
All I'm gonna say is, you think she's a pillar of society?
No,
I think she's a piece of shit, and all of her kids should be taken off.
Because then also, like me and you talked a little bit before the show, Tyrik Hill came out and said he called the cops April 1st because he saw she was passed out, overdose, whatever.
Right.
And they had a emergency child custody hearing or whatever.
Right.
She didn't show up because she was hospitalized due to that.
Right.
Also pregnant with twins. It's like
Lovely.
Yeah.
So the real victim in this whole situation is these 3 kids.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
I just hope, we talk about the systems and stuff like that. I hope this system takes care of these kids. Get these kids out of this toxic situation and put them with families that actually will care about them.
Right.
This is, and I didn't know about this, but Tyrik coming out of college had situations like this. Coming out of college.
Well, you don't think it just started, do you?
I'm
pretty sure his father probably did the same thing to him.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not an excuse.
Yeah.
But again, you at one point got to realize it's not the right thing to do.
Exactly. And that, I've said for a long, long time that goes back small part to the NFL. These rookies coming in from college that have these situations in college.
I blame college too.
Where
are these in place to help you adjust? We're giving you these scholarships, and I'm sure your SATs aren't where they need to be.
Yeah.
And, there's the culture bias everybody says with testing. Okay, so why aren't we all brought up to speed both? Now, I've taken plenty of culture classes when I was in college.
Yes.
Why isn't it reversed for them?
And not even necessarily classes. I mean, the football coaches, they're supposed to be...
Right, be mentors, be a father figure. That's what we're missing.
Not saying this because we're Notre Dame fans, but when's the last time you heard a Notre Dame player in the news? Whether he's in the NFL or in
he just got drafted.
Jeffrey Tillery?
Yeah. He was in the news for getting drafted and being all excited.
You son of a bitch.
Your face was priceless.
Well, because I'm like, I really don't remember any negative Notre Dame players.
You didn't say negative. You say, when's the last time? Folks, you heard it. We can replay it. When was the last time a Notre Dame player was in the news? Well, Tillery.
Cheers to you.
Winning.
But Kelly has come out a few times and said that we are the mentors here. We're supposed to teach these kids how to be men.
That's not. It's a business.
You look at Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was down there with Hernandez. I forget the other one. The only one that there was 3 of them is Hernandez, Tim Tebow, and I forget who the other one. But Tim Tebow was the only one that came out fine. And I mean, he had Jesus on his side.
Yeah. Fine. Debatable.
But, yeah, it starts there. And
I just think we as a society needs to step up and make sure, I don't know. It sounds so stupid in today's age that we have to teach somebody that you can't break your kid's arm.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain. There's a difference between discipline and abuse.
Yeah.
If I slap my child on the butt and put him in timeout, discipline.
Exactly.
If I punch the teeth out of his mouth, abuse. If I beat him with a belt or a switch until he's black and blue, abuse.
Yeah.
There's discipline and abuse.
And then also, too, is, okay, so you get arrested or you get investigated for this now. Don't you think something should click in your head like, oh, wait, I can't be doing that. I'll just yell at my kid or spank him on the butt.
Right.
No. There's 2-3 incidences.
That's what I mean. They're not even learning from watching or from their own peers.
Yeah. And that's why I think, with the
And
NFL,
I mean they as a human race.
Yeah.
Let's clear that right out because I'm not pulling that damn card because I'm nowhere near that.
Yeah. No.
But it's just, being a father, it's so hard for me to fathom doing that. Yeah. Listen, I've lost my cool. I've been so angry with my son, most recently at baseball practice, where I wanted to put my own head through the backstop.
Yeah.
Because he was doing something dumb and throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
But he's 7.
Yeah, you gotta understand.
I step back and I'm coaching all these kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just can't fathom hurting a child. I don't want to understand it, and I can't understand it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't get it. It's your flesh and blood on top of it?
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
He's supposed to carry on your legacy, tell your story. Right. And this is a story he's going to tell.
No, there's evil in the world, let's face it. That no matter what we forget, education or not, I'm starting to think it right now, is evil's evil.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but they have no place getting paid millions of dollars.
No.
So I have no problem with him being suspended indefinitely for the rest of his life.
Now, yes, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to ask you that too. So the audio is out there. He's clear as day on there saying, you should be afraid of me just like he is too. The Chiefs,
well, right, and I'm sure that was a heated moment. But also, he calls her out for doing shit too. So I'm saying, what I'm gonna say is both these parents need to be punished.
Yeah, I'm not saying
But go
that.
ahead, sorry,
but
I'm heated.
I mean, as right now, it's allegations. There's no physical proof other than the audio. Do you think the Chiefs have suspended him from all team activities? Do you think that the Chiefs should say, you know what, screw this?
She just cut the ties.
Just cut.
There's enough proof. What do you mean there's not enough evidence? First off, she needs to be arrested for false reports to law enforcement.
Yeah, because
she lied. She said it.
She didn't give that audio. Would that be considered that part too?
No. In the audio, she talks about. She says right to him. Listen to it.
Yeah.
I lied for you.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yes.
Okay.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
She didn't protect her kid.
Yeah.
Is an abuser just as much as he is.
Okay.
What the hell's wrong with her?
Yeah, because the part I heard, all I heard was her say to him, he told the investigators that you did it. And then, again,
No, she says, if you listen, I'm 99% sure. I remember hearing it. Because I listened to it and I got sick, and then I listened to it again and I just shut it off. But she says, I lied for you.
yeah,
Because she's part of the investigation. You realize that.
yeah, no, I know.
She had to give statements. She had to be part of everything.
Yeah,
All she cared about was the dollar he was going to make.
exactly.
Not that 3-year-old. He's
Yeah.
more than welcome to come to this home.
Yeah,
That 3-year-old. And he can live a very, very, very happy life. Gladly.
As long as you don't become a Penguins fan, that's all.
I don't care
I'll
if
make
he's
sure.
a Flyers fan. He can come live with me. Because that kid is just, it's just not fair to him, man. It's just not right.
He's already behind the 8 ball in a way now, as far as growing up with a normal life.
Broke his arm, man.
I mean, listen, I have a 7 going to be an 8-year-old, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of times that you get so pissed off. But with me, just walk away. Just walk away,
Right.
calm down.
It's more
then
about
go
a
in.
talk.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm not saying it. I've slapped my kid on the butt.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, from 3 years old up, when he finally got his first tap on the butt,
Yeah.
I walk away in tears for having to do it while he's laughing.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and I'm not saying I'm the perfect father. I'm not saying I'm the perfect human to raise kids.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best, and there's nothing but for love for my kids.
There's no perfect parent out there.
So until I'm 95 years old and see what he becomes, I won't know if I'm right or wrong.
Exactly.
But I know this. There's no reason to break his arm, and there's no reason to do damage to a kid that way.
Yeah.
And more importantly, emotional damage.
Oh, without a doubt.
Sometimes that's worse than the physical. Your wounds will heal.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like that, tree hugger, but
Yeah. No,
kids' feelings
it's
is
a
on
fact.
top of it. And I try to remember, I have such praise for my kid, and he's only 7.
Yeah.
So when we're at practice and he's hitting the ball all over the place, it's great. And then he goes on like a 5 batting slump. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know better. Arm up. And I'm like, well, no, he doesn't. He's 7.
Yeah.
It's tough. You want
Yeah.
the best for your kids, but that's not the best. What was the... I would like to know what that cretin thought was so wrong that he had to break his arm.
Yeah.
Or the fact that when he's crying, he makes him put his hands out like a plane and punches him in the chest.
Jesus.
I like to punch him in the chest.
Yeah.
Again, I'll fight you for charity any day of the week, Tyrik Hill.
And I was actually thinking about this last night
Punk.
when I did the fight episode last night. Greg Hardy. I mean, you remember Greg Hardy. He fought last weekend on the UFC as a co-main eventer, first off. Now, for people that don't know Greg Hardy, he has a lot of domestic, I guess, definitely abuse. I think he got charged 1 or 2 times.
Right.
Let's put both of these guys in the ring. Let them beat the shit out of each other until one of them are dead.
Oh, hell no. No. I want in. I want in. I want Tyrik Hill.
He's probably
I'll even
in the
let
weight
him wear
class.
headgear.
Okay.
I want a charity boxing match. I want it scheduled. I'm a Joe Blow, so it's not like I have any kind of major skill.
Yeah.
I want to fight him. We'll televise it, and all the money goes to child abuse and someone.
Can I be the special guest referee?
Sure. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so there'll be a lot of Ben Simmons elbows going on.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
Oh shit! I got something in my eye.
If he thinks it's
go
going
ahead,
to
shoulders.
stay, if he thinks it's going to be a 100% boxing match, and I'm not going to, gouge his eyes out when he's not looking, he's out of his mind. I'm going to be Mike Tyson him.
I pitted fool. So
It ain't so bad. Come on, you ain't nothing.
You ain't no champ. You ain't no champ.
Dude, I'll hit him so hard the spiders will come off his head.
Yeah, his hair. His hair is the new freaking diarrhea mustache that Antonio
Right.
Brown did for me.
Dude, I usually like the dread look, but that's some reason it looks like he reminds
way
me. You know
you
what he
do
reminds
it.
me of? Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons.
He does. He does.
I don't know what it is, but listen. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But that Punk needs a beating again. I 100% will call it out and love to fight him.
Yeah, and I don't care how good, how fast, how many touchdowns. This is not good for Kansas City, NFL, for society, anything like that. He needs to be put away, locked away for a very long time, and hopefully the kids.
I just hope she gets what she gets coming because she lied.
Yeah,
she had a duty to protect that kid. She's just now as culpable that child in the child endangerment.
Yeah,
she did nothing. You think she released that video for that kid?
No.
Or that audio clip?
No,
she released
up-
it for her own personal gain.
Exactly. I bet you anyway. She texted him, said, "If you don't give me such and such money, then this is coming out." And he said no, and
Poor
here
kids.
we are.
It is what it is.
So moving on. Like I said, that clip,
Moving on up
to
to the east side.
Speaking of that, not sports talk here, but they're actually going to do a one night off All in the Family. Woody Harrelson's going to be Archie Bunker.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm actually okay with that.
All right.
He kind of looks like, and then
I don't think the show could be the same, though. No offense.
No.
So is it really going to be the same?
I wonder if it's just let's see what happens with this, and then maybe we'll bring on for.
I think it's 2 episodes. Somebody throws a big stink, and oof, I don't know, man. The show had its place in time, but it was brutal.
Oh yeah, it is. And now if you look at it now, it's PG compared to some of the shows. But so last Thursday we had the NFL draft as well. Our first pick, we took Andre Dillard. I think that's how you say his
Left
name.
tackle.
Offensive tackle, but he also plays other line positions, which I'm okay with too, because we have a rolling door for left guard. I can't remember the last time we had a left guard that
Well,
was
they're talking about Peter switching over
to left
he's
guard.
older. Yeah.
Dude, he's
him
too
at left-
tall.
No, apparently he's really good at it, and they give him longevity. I'm telling you.
Wow. Okay. No, I didn't see that, but I'll actually be okay with that because the one thing I did see about this kid was they said he could actually come in right now and play.
Right, but there's one thing I don't like that I've heard about him, and it was during the draft, the story they ran on him, on how he didn't really have the passion to play and didn't really want to play football.
Okay. I didn't see that.
He
I
just
think
has
the
like a
one.
God-given talent, but he didn't have the drive and had to be like coaxed a little bit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right. So
Come on, you got Doug Peterson. He could
well,
coach.
right, but I mean, a number 1 draft pick. Do we really want to coax somebody? I mean,
I know he's labeled as a number 1 draft pick because he was picked in the first round, but by the time you get to 22, 25,
first round. Shut up.
that's like kind of second round.
Tell that
me.
to the 32nd guy.
He's like a third round guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched this at home. I watched the first half at my dad's bar. I came home to watch it, and surprised I didn't wake up the whole house because I was happy. I wanted either a tackle or, like I said, a defensive lineman.
I wanted GK Metcalf.
We will get to that. We will, because I'm gonna keep poking fun at you.
Yeah, until he's like the monster receiver in league, and you're gonna be like,
He's so big he can't move. He should be a lineman.
he's quick. Oh my god!
If he was so quick,
All right.
why did he only have 67 catches in college?
He played 1 year.
He played 4 years.
No, he didn't.
I looked up his stats.
He didn't play 4 years.
He was in college for 4 years.
Exactly.
He had the first year was like 10 catches. The next year was like 2.
Right.
The next year was like 30. The next year was 12. He never really had a. He was not a first round talent. I'm sorry.
I didn't say we had to take him in the first round.
Yeah, I think you did.
No, I didn't. I said there was 3 picks that we took, and we talked about it on the draft day.
I know. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
shut up and stop trying to be the CNN, you prick,
Fake
causing
news.
fake controversy.
But yeah, so I was actually okay with the pick at tackle. As far as first round goes, was there any surprises for you overall with the NFL?
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. The Giants and Jones. I think it was a smart decision.
It was. Did they reach?
But the
maybe
fans
they
wanted
reached.
Haskins, and the Redskins got him.
I think Haskins is going to be a bust.
When they first drafted, me too. When they first drafted Jones, I was like, what WTF? And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Because I was sitting next to a Giants fan at work.
Yeah.
And he was ready to implode. But knowing what I know of Jones now, it's a smart thing. I mean,
It is.
He doesn't seem like a bad guy at all.
Yeah.
And I definitely think he seems better than Haskins as a pure passer.
Yeah. I mean, Duke is like one of those
Well, no
small
different than
teams.
Flacco coming out of Delaware.
Duke is like, for me, one of those small teams that I do root for. And it's a funny story I've talked about on the show a couple times, but obviously I'm a Notre Dame fan. Duke is my second team. So I always do try to keep up with them and watch some highlights. And he has some good throws. I think the one knock on him was the intermediate throws. Sometimes go a little inaccurate or something like that. But that's a mechanic.
As bad as McNabb. I mean,
His freaking hit the feet. Sometimes
feet.
we were
It was
lucky
a straight
if we hit the
nose
knees.
dive. How many times did I explain that to you back in the day? I wanted to go and break his wrist.
many
Oh
ti-
my God.
How many times did I try to defend it?
No, I was like,
No, it hit
At
the-
least you finally came to light though and said, no, you were right after he retired.
Yeah.
You just didn't want to. You had faith in your quarterback. I
Yeah.
can't say nothing, man. Okay.
But as far as Jones, did they reach? Maybe he would have been there at 17. But here's my thing. Okay, let's say they reach. He wins them Super Bowls. Does it really freaking matter?
Well, I don't think they reached as much as people thought because, from what I understand, there was other teams that wanted Jones.
Yeah, I saw, and I think the Redskins was one of them. So
Right. Well, no, they I think really wanted Haskins, but there were some other teams that were very interested in Jones that came out. Now, is that just made news because they're trying to calm fans down?
Yeah,
Only time's going to tell. You know,
yeah,
it is what it is.
and he's behind one of the definitely top 10
right.
quarterbacks, and smart quarterback. You can learn from him. So it's not like he's just going in there, boom, you're starting. Unless Eli breaks his leg or something,
Right.
then may screw him up. But I like the pick. I think it was smart.
I mean, I could
Haskins-
see Giants fans being upset, but if they sit down and really think about it, I just think he fits the system better.
Yeah,
Got to have faith.
yeah.
I mean,
Haskins, I don't even think he's happy to beat the Redskins. I don't know if you saw.
no, he wanted to be a Giant, and I feel
Okay.
bad for him also.
Yeah,
And that's what the controversy is now. There's going to be such a big rivalry,
yeah.
even more now. So,
So before we end the draft talk, because we still have a lot of draft talk, I want to ask this before I forget.
yeah, where the hell you go?
As far as division, we got Carson Wentz for us. Haskins is going to probably start for the Redskins.
No. You got
Oh, that's
Case
right, Case
Keenum.
Keenum.
You got Alex
that's
Smith.
Who do you think the favorite is then for the? No, Alex Smith's out. He's done.
Well, he's staying on though.
He's staying on the team, but he's out for the year.
right, but he's going to be training. And they're comparing everybody. Well, Haskins could be the next Mahomes.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
but
Mahomes looks like a totally different player, but
yeah,
and that's no smack to Haskins. I wish him luck. I just I wish I called it earlier, but when I wasn't on the show then. Is when Ohio State was playing, I didn't think he was a quarterback. I said
a pocket passer. You
right.
mean?
Well, not even, just all around. Like
Okay.
I think Ohio State lost some games they shouldn't have because of him.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not knocking him as a person or a player. And I just think he could be suited other places. Hopefully, it proves me wrong. We always want electrifying.
Well, not
But
in
Case
our division.
Keenum's no joke.
Yeah,
But who
I
else
think,
do they have around them? I mean, there's so much going on.
yeah. So out of the four teams in the East, who's the favorite? And take your
Everybody's saying
Philly.
Dallas.
See, I keep seeing that too, and
It's
I'm
Super
like,
Bowl or
man.
bust. Super Bowl or bust. Super Bowl or bust.
I mean, really, has Dak shown anything?
I'm not a fan. Not because he's a Cowboy. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, he's average to me. He's not.
Right.
He's not a $300 million contract quarterback to me. Zeke, as much as I don't want to
He
admit
is
it,
what he is, but
he's a beast.
he's good. But
That's it. You know, okay, you got Amari Cooper.
I mean,
Wow,
he's
he
no
had a good
Miles
eight
Sanders.
games.
But
Yeah. So, moving on to our second pick, we took Miles Sanders, which I'll
we
admit,
are
Notre Dame.
Penn State. Dude, that pick, Miles Sanders for me was, and we were on the phone together, so I was like,
Yeah.
we were like, oh, I want a DK Metcalf, and you had your picks, and at first I said, I don't care if they take a running back, Miles Sanders, I really want him, and
Yeah.
you kind of went, huh? But then you saw what I saw.
Yeah.
So,
You know-
first time in a long time, I can tell you, I am super pumped this year to see a running back.
You know who they're comparing them to?
Well, yeah, it's the old teammate.
Nope. Shady.
No,
Yeah.
no.
They-
He's a different
watch-
running style. He's not.
He has a little jump style to him.
He does, but he's, I think, quicker and more powerful.
I don't know if I would
He's
say
more
quicker, 'cause
would you put Saquon Barkley with LaShawn McCoy?
I think Barkley's more
He's
of a
more of
power
an
rusher.
Peterson to me. That downhill but and finesse.
Okay. All right.
And that's what I look at Sanders as. They were cut of the same mold.
Yeah. And the one thing I do like about this situation, bringing Sanders in, as much as I want
Just having
Sproles
somebody with
back.
Sanders on the jersey for a change.
Ooh, there we go. The one thing I do like
Barry
about
Sanders,
this
Deion
is
Sanders.
with
God damn it! This is our Sanders.
as much
Colonel Sanders.
as much as I want Sproles
$5
back.
fill-up box.
God damn it! Let me talk. You're not Jim Carrey from the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Put me in, coach.
Are you in charge? It don't matter. We could kind of
Halftime.
move on from Sproles as much as I don't want to,
Right.
because we did sign a Penn State punt
Even
returner.
back. Oh, you did. That's right. True.
Yeah, and watching that kid, he looks good as far as a punt returner. Now bring Sanders in. We have Jordan Howard, Josh Adams, Clement. We could finally get rid of Smallwood because I do not like him. Never did.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to go. I wish him luck.
I
I
mean,
don't see him fitting.
it's
Clement
not.
might go, and I like him,
I think,
but
we
I'm
should keep-
okay with that for Sanders
Well,
right now in my head. But see, then again, it's like I'm a hypocrite because he won us a Super Bowl. Clement had a big role.
Here's the thing, though, is I think we should definitely go with the 3 running back head. Seems like it's been working for us the past couple of years, except for last year. We didn't really do that well in the running game. Going with Jordan Howard, Sanders, and Clement. Clement coming back from the ACL. We don't have to put him out there
Right.
10, 15 touches, 5 touches a game. That's plenty for him to get back into it. Move on from Smallwood. I've always not liked him, but last year, the few times that once Ajayi went down, who's still a free agent, that is very surprising to me.
Yeah,
They
and I think it comes to the injury severity.
yeah,
maybe.
with the
'Cause
knee
they don't-
situation.
There's no proof. If he played a good season this season and stayed healthy,
He played a good season with the Super Bowl run.
well, right, but then he got hurt.
Yeah, last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is it's like, when Adrian Peterson came back, if they tried trading him then, he would have been low stock.
Yeah,
Now he worked out. His knees stay together and he's fast still.
yeah,
But we know how it is for a running back.
yeah.
We talked about ACLs all the time. So I think, in my opinion, that's why he's still on the free agent board.
Yeah. Now,
So, but also has to do with conditional picks and stuff like that because they're waiting for, I think it's May 10th or 11th.
oh yeah, yeah. I have to.
That matters to
cutouts or
teams,
whatever.
how stupid that is.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, 3rd round pick compared to a 5th round pick. But
No,
yeah, no,
I get the idea, but if you want the player, you want the player. Like,
Yeah. So then our next pick, DK Metcalf, was sitting there, prime for the picking.
Right.
Shoulders was, I mean, literally salivating at the jaw. Not as a abs or his muscular shoulders, because
he definitely acts like T.O. I'm looking at it just like I did with Foles when I predicted everything I would with Foles.
Yeah.
I was looking at just his talent and his technique. So
it had nothing to do with Foles' abs, because he had like a 12-pack going on there.
well, Foles is a beast.
But we ended up taking
that man.
JJ from Stanford. I'm not even going to try to announce his last name. If you want to try, go ahead.
How are they going to fit that on the friggin' jersey? I don't know. It's like
Ereka.
Ortega Taco Whiteside.
And we're making fun of him. Watch be like 15 touchdowns a season. But-
Good. I hope he does, but
He's a big body.
Stanford, they didn't do much this year.
It doesn't matter if they.
He's a big
as
body,
team-
but Metcalf had more speed. Metcalf was a big body too, and he had better hands.
I'm looking at this pick as a red zone pick.
Oh, lovely.
Get down to
Deshaun,
20.
right, Deshaun's not going to be there forever, though. We could have
Yes.
another Alshon in Metcalf that was huge and speed, and we let it go. So I'm hoping the Eagles prove me wrong, and this is a good pick. I'm not trying to knock this kid. I just know nothing about him. What I seen highlight-wise, I'm like,
I mean, like I said, I like the size just for the
I heard you like
the red
size.
zones. Oh yeah, yeah. He boxes out well to get the jump ball. So now when you're down in the
So
red
did
zone,
Metcalf.
so when you're
Metcalf
down,
made amazing one-handed catches like Odell Beckham, but he's twice the size.
how many touchdowns do you have in the college?
It doesn't matter if he wasn't being thrown
It
to.
does.
Maybe he didn't like the coach didn't like him. I'm going off what I see. You can't judge a player by all those factors. You got to see his raw talent. That's why they do combines.
But
He was a beast at the combine.
so he has raw talent that you got to work with. Why work with it when you have a talent that's
Do we?
polished? He's a lot
Polish?
polished.
Polished.
Sorry, I was drinking my Wickeds lemonade, which sorry
Oh my
Wickeds,
God,
but
you can't get any girlier. Honestly,
I
I
thought
thought
it was
it was
gonna be
bad
lemonade.
last week. Not only did he get Red's Wicked, supposed to be apple brew, but he got their version of lemonade, folks.
It's
I don't know
terrible.
how much. Jeez, I want to give you I think I'm going to give you $20 to get a real 6-pack. Like, you remind me of that homeless guy on the corner. Oh, it's 2 for $1? I'll take them.
It was 2 for $6.
That was $3.
$3 for
What's
that.
wrong with you? You could have got like a Miller Lite can for cheaper.
I wanted to switch it up. I'm so used to Miller Lite. It takes me a 24-pack now to get buzzed.
All right, we'll switch it up to something better. Bud Light Lime or something. I don't know. I'll give you the
Hey,
little bit of free.
I will switch it up to any beer distributor that wants to give us free beer. Well, me free beer and a couple pennies to Shoulders because he's got pay for new headphones or something.
I don't want the money. I want a good brand like Terrafin or Sam Adams or
Some of Sam Adams are pretty. We should do a
Leinenkugel.
There we go. We might have our third sports episode a week. We'll do a beer sports episode. Both of us get drunk and talk sports.
And talk about beer.
Can I stay over? Sure. So yeah, getting back to
I
the
have a
Eagles
spot on my
draft.
back out back. I'll get you a hammock.
The Stanford pick, I definitely like. I understand your concerns about Deshaun getting old and stuff like that. I still think we got 2-3 years with Deshaun. Maybe we could pick up some more in free agency. We'll see. This next one I actually kind of like too. We picked up a defensive end, Sharif Miller from Penn State.
We are
Notre Dame. I will never say those words. Okay, I hate.
they're
them.
not such a rival anymore, man.
Yeah.
I don't mind following Penn State. I'm a Notre Dame fan, but I've gone down to Happy Valley with friends just to check out a game,
Yeah. It's the only time I'll go down is if Notre Dame is playing. Screw them. Anyways.
Don't you know this is the new happier world?
Oh, that's right. I got Hug a Tree now. So Sharif Miller, he gets drafted in the 4th round, I believe it was.
Shot the sheriff?
I know you were against us drafting more D linemen. Are you still against this?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Because I like it because
Listen,
Brandon Graham.
it was hard for me to be angry after Miles Sanders. I couldn't believe they took him.
So you just tuned out after that?
Well, no, I tuned out after the DK Metcalf when they took. They took whatever his name is.
JJ.
I get to think of a nickname for him. AW.
AW Root Beer.
JJ. AW. J&J Root Beer. Yeah. Holy shit.
JJ Root Beer. That's what we're gonna call him.
Yeah, Root Beer Boy.
Okay.
It's J&J, and then the A&W. How they fitting that on the jersey for real?
Honest God, it's gonna the font's gonna be like a font 8.
Like, I'm not being mean. Like, your name, I'm not busting, but
Well, I mean, do you remember?
Jesus.
Do you remember Green Beckham a couple years ago being on our team? We traded for Tennessee.
yeah.
I mean, you barely saw his name and barely saw him anyways.
Well, that's my point. So there we go. Is that another one?
So we got
Should have went with DK Metcalf. There's been a lot of famous Metcalfs.
Yeah, because he lifts 500 pounds, so he had. That's why you like him. He has shoulders.
That's right, bro.
So I do like this
Shoulders, bro.
I do like this pick of Sharif Miller because, like I said, we signed Brandon Graham to a 3-year extension. He is getting older. He could be a future replacement for Graham. Also, Chris Long is still contemplating retirement. And I'm going to ask you a question after I tell you the backstory here. Was supposed to get a roster bonus in the beginning of March. Him and the Eagles agreed to push it off to this past week to give Long more time to decide what he wants to do. This past week pass, and they both agree again to put it off till training camp. I love Chris Long. I mean, you bought me his jersey. Do you move on? Like, how much time do you need to give a guy to retire? Or
Are
not
we
to
in
retire.
desperate need to go find somebody else, though?
With we drafted Sharif Miller,
Right, we got Brandon Graham, Sharif Miller,
Vinny Curry.
Vinny Curry. We got a bunch of people.
So why not just say, you know what, Chris? All right, it's not working. Let's move on.
Well, why not just give him his time, and if he comes back, great. He's a great leader,
then where do
great
we put him?
community leader.
Where
and
do
a
we
great
put him
ball
then?
player. Let him do the rotation you love so much.
Rotating what, towels?
You don't think he's good?
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying that I think there's more talent in front of him now.
You think?
Like I said,
How many rings do they have?
Well, you got Brandon Graham has one.
Right.
Derek Barnett has one.
Right.
Fletcher Cox has one.
Right.
So that's 3 to Chris Long's 1. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't like talking about that other cheating team, New England Patriots.
The ring's a ring.
But no, it kind of rubbed me a little bit there that I'm like, just move on. As
I
much
get
as
what you're
want
saying.
to.
I'm not. Listen, you're entitled to your opinion. Be
Damn
a man
right,
and
it's my
stand up
show.
for it. Jesus, yeah, your show. Oh my.
And then this pick, I wanted to see your opinion that we took a quarterback late in the draft that I was hoping for. Obviously, you tuned out, so you didn't care anymore.
I saw it. I just was shocked. Apparently, he's supposed to be good though, but I don't know who he is.
The few things I was reading about him was he should have been a second round. He is a second round talent. It's just that you're saying about DK Metcalf on the team that he was playing. This kid had no weapons around him, so that's why his stats aren't as good,
Right.
or the team didn't do. No,
Everybody's saying it was a great pick,
Yeah.
a great steal. He's supposed to be really good. I didn't hear much about him, so
yeah, I like the pick.
I didn't watch
Sudfeld-
1 ounce of game tape on him.
Yeah, Sudfeld came back this past year on a 1-year contract, so he's possibly the second string for next year, maybe this year, depending on how he does.
I call Thompson here is going to be second. Watch.
This year, I could see that though, because Sudfeld, the few games he played just didn't really do it for me. He was okay. He was more of an AJ Feely to me.
Right.
He was okay.
I think he needs a certain system. I don't know.
Yeah. So overall, what do you give the Eagles draft card?
It wasn't bad. I mean, I can't. They saved themselves with Miles Sanders for me, man. I can't lie to you. It's one of the first times I'm excited in a while.
For this draft class? Yeah, for this draft class. I can't remember the last time we had a good draft overall, not just one pick. But
for me, it's not even like the quality. For me, is the excitement. To me, that's what it came down to.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the first and second day. The third day, the kids had a baseball game, so I pretty much only got the updates.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting preseason for us.
Right.
I'm hoping that we could get down to the Jacksonville game so you could finally just give Nick a little handy there or something like that, just to get it off your chest.
I'll give him more than a handy.
He'll put something on your chest. That's all right.
My favorite quarterback all time.
Oh, Donovan McNabb. With that being said,
Yeah, exactly.
so I think that's gonna be it for us this week. Is there anything else? I think you'll be back next week. I don't know. I'll see.
Well, it is your show, so
I'll
make
see
a
how the
decision.
people. I got to talk to Reggie Fowler to see if your contract is coming through or not.
It's still in the Cayman Islands.
So head over to Twitter. Follow us there at
I got
STC.
video of audio clip I could release, pal. I'll be back on the show.
Son of a bitch. Wait, which incident?
Don't worry about it.
We got 30 years of friendship here of incidences.
But I do know a guy that can lend you some money for if you need a lawyer.
Who's that?
His
Juan?
funds are a little tied up right now.
Wait,
No, he's a loan shark.
is his name Juan?
No, it's not Juan.
No, Juan's not here this week, but yeah, so head over to Twitter.
Yes, I am, but you didn't call me.
He just came out of the dumpster.
Goddamn pricks.
So head over to Twitter, follow the show at ST Sports Podcast, follow me at Jimbo ST Sports.
Shoulders _ bro. Move on. More importantly, go on YouTube and start subscribing.
Or
Right.
we'll release videos of you guys.
Look at our kids are up there screaming like hyenas. You don't see any abuse going on, do you?
So till next week, this is your good friend Jimbo signing out, as well as...
Peace in the Middle East.